What up, Timmy here. I am so pumped. Oh my goodness, we did it. We made it, people. Top 10 avatars, counting down. This is going to be so exciting. We've got some super nice, clean, perfectly executed avatars here. These are the creme de la creme. You guys need to get these if you can. Most of them pretty expensive, but definitely worth it. Also, before we get into it, stay tuned for the end of the video because I will be announcing my giveaway prizes for the people who got the most accurate top 10 list that they predicted. Um, so it's going to be good. Let's get started, people. All right, here we go with our top 10 avatars. But just kidding. First, I do apologize. I had to bring up some avatars that what I'm gonna say honorable mention. They're the snub list. There are 9 avatars that I did not include. That I mean, it's hard to do these lists of top 50, but I definitely want to highlight them because they they are some pretty spectacular avatars. So first one, Ghost Faustling by T Faust. I mean, very similar to what his style, classic Faust, um, quintessential, has a little ghost up here. Then we have one of my favorite artists. I just couldn't put all of him in here. I don't know why he doesn't get the love he deserves, but Bald Tuesdays is spectacular. So Ghost Faustling and Handful were both Gen 2 avatars spooky season. I love Handful. I love all the hands coming out. Super cool with the hands coming out. And then Celestial Deity, that was a I think it was a Gen 3 avatar. Yeah, with his Gen 3 avatar. He had Celestial Queen, King, and Deity, but it's just super cool. I love the yin and yang symbols, the balance. It's really well done. Next three, we have Persephone, Aspect of Hades by Genuine Aardvark, Sweet Providence by Treasure of Ophiel, and Pickle Guy by Bodega Cat CEO. All of these are Gen 1. Uh, no, Persephone's a Gen 2 avatar. But Sweet Providence and Pickle Guy are Gen 1. They're, I mean, genuine aardvark style all over this. Really cool. Sweet Providence is awesome. I just love Treasure of Ophiel's work. A lot of empty negative space, which is really cool and different for avatars, but you can kind of see this new outline. And then Pickle Guy, um, I know Conehead is the meme avatar, but Pickle Guy, this is so memeable too. Um, really cool. Last three, the Mirren is a Gen 1, Euphoric Swirls is a Gen 1, and then The Imprisoned by Conal in Space, that is a Gen 2. I really love the chains here. Kind of reminds me of the Be Not Afraid avatar. Euphoric Swirls, bright colors, really pop, and Mirren is just a super cool design. Really clean background, and I love the simplicity of basically you have one, two, three, four, five, six total colors in the whole piece of art, which is really cool, really well executed here. But now, our top 10 list. Here we go. Super pumped. Coming in at number 10, we have Nyan Cat by PR Guitarman or Chris. If you guys were around on the internet in the early days, you will know all about this avatar. It is um, probably one of the very first viral videos. It's a Gen 3 avatar. Floor right now is about zero point 0.5 Ethereum. The highest number one was 3.33 ETH. Um, this actually has a really interesting story. So I believe there were set to be 1,000 mints originally at 25 bucks. On the Gen 3 launch, this sold out so fast. Like so fast. It was unbelievable. And Reddit had an error where a total of like 1,800 would have been bought. That's how quickly it sold out. Now, part of it was bots tapping into the Reddit API and just spam buying. Um, but it was just absolutely crazy. Super cool thing by PR Guitarman. What he did was he also made a Fiesta dog that was earlier an airdrop to the people who tried to buy that weren't able to buy. Um, but I mean, this is just absolutely classic. It has by far the highest total volume in Gen 3 at 180 ETH. I'm going to pause the video because I took notes somewhere. Don't know where they are, but I'll be able to compare in 1 sec. Okay, I am back. We have the information. Is it recording on the correct screen? It must be. Anyways, I am back. So, what we have, yes, 180 ETH total volume here. Number 2 is Triple King, which was at 105. So this has almost twice as much volume in Gen 3 compared to any other collection. The highest sale was 3.33 ETH, like I mentioned. Um, it's actually the buyer also has the number 1 Fiesta dog and 2 gold holds. And it's actually not tied to the Reddit account, but it's in, I would assume, their cold wallet of Cover Your Mask Hole. So having 2 gold holds, number 1 Nyan Cat, number 1 Fiesta dog, really, really great collection there. But obviously he has good taste. But I mean, super unique, huge community beyond just Reddit. I mean, this is an internet meme all over the place, and you will stand out in the comments for sure when you have this. Um, and then we have a four-way tie for the rank 6. Coming in first, we have the Treasure of Colantis by Chipperdoodle. Um, Obviously, you can right away see the cone head. You have a golden cone. You have a diamond cone. You have a standard cone. You have the gems back here. You have all the cones in the background. This is just everything cone. Um, I mess up on that floor price. It's actually 0.0595 that I am just noticing. Let's see if I can change that right now because that is embarrassing. Um, let's see. Oh, didn't quite update. Giveaway number, the next one too. But Colantis, huge total volume for Gen 4, by far the highest. IETher is second at 8 Ethereum. So this has 3 times the volume of any other avatar. 508 mints. Highest sale was 3.75 ETH, um, owned by the cone collector MVA himself. He has a tremendous amount. Um, but I mean, really, what gives this avatar the edge? So you saw Conehead. The community on both of these is great. Um, I think the orange cone is much better. I think it's better to compare the two. But really, I think that Chipper really stepped up his artwork for the Treasure of Conelantis. Um, it has a really cool hidden trait also where if you remove the head, there's another cone behind the head on the torso. Um, Really, really cool feature there. But I think what makes this avatar so special is the elevation of artwork and the improvement on the original Conehead avatar. And then also just the gems are super, super cool to me. But then we have everyone's favorite meme avatar, the Conehead. Came out in Gen 1, floor of around zero point 0.3 Ethereum. Last 5 sales, staying the same. So it is selling at the floor and people are willing to buy at the floor. People are not willing to sell. Um, Total volume 3.51 ETH. That for Gen 1, I'm trying to think. I think it's number 3. It's number 2 for Gen 1, number 3 overall. It's behind the eyes and it's behind Midas. It kind of goes back and forth with the hand, but definitely sells a lot. Highest sale was number 2 at 0.22 ETH. That's mostly due to the fact that number 1 is not on the blockchain. So Chipper, if you have it, please let us know. Please put it on the blockchain. I would love to see what some people will offer you for that. Um, but obviously, the big thing is the cone right here. That's what everyone wants. It's also super funny. You have the band-aid. You have the car with the keys. It's quite amusing, super funny. I don't know what Chipper was thinking putting clogs on these. He makes a joke about that too. It's super funny. Um, but yeah, there's a whole bunch of themes. I don't know why it's the child in a car with a cone on its head with a bandage. It's just all in all absurd, which I love. It just makes the meme of this avatar just so great. Um, Actually, the number 2 holder, the guy who bought it at the highest sale, is a Conehead aficionado, to say the least. He has 10 total cone heads. He has 30 bucket heads. He has 22 pickle guys, so he also loves the meme. Um, but all right, now next one on number 6, we have our fishy Faustling um, avatar. So this was the top ranked T Faust avatar that we have. Um, super cool. Love the artwork. The extra fish accessories I personally like a lot more that we have a left hand and right hand accessory versus Rainbow Faustling, which was just the avatar. The background is really cool. It actually looks different than most of Faust's background, um, but definitely gives that tropical feel, gives that fish. Love this avatar. The art is just insane. I mean, if you look at the detail of the fish, they are just so cool, especially drawn with a single line. It's really something special. Total volume, 218 ETH, I believe. Let me look it up. 12th highest overall, and it's the 7th in Gen 1. Um, and the number one absolutely crazy sale, 15.25 Ethereum. It's actually kind of interesting. This number one is one of the few that has moved a few times. So the first sale was to JW Poppy for 6 ETH, who then sold it to um, Sam, Sam Z Fury, for the 15.25 ETH, I believe. Nope, I am wrong. I am wrong, actually. JW Poppy bought it for 6 ETH, who sold it to Mvia for 15.25 ETH, who then transferred it to Sam. I could not find the actual on-chain transaction. I went digging to see if I could figure out what it was sold for. Um, I do know Mvia and Sam have a relationship. They've traded avatars before, so they probably wanted to do it, save on transaction fees, whatever the case may be, but it was very tough to find on chain. So we know for a fact that it sold for 15.25 ETH. I don't know if it sold for above that um, when Nvidia transferred it to Sam. But yeah, just love this avatar. Next, we have the malts, which is one of my favorites. Super cool. My favorite part of this Birosium is not only do we have the malts, but we have the mouth and the teeth different. We have it teeth closed, semi-open, wide open. We have the malt sear here. You can see the little even bump outs on this new avatar, so we kind of extended it a little bit, um, which was for Gen 1. I think we have to appreciate how unique that was in going beyond the set form. Background super cool. And then obviously this played into all of his other avatars later. Um, the highest sale actually number one has not moved. It was number 130 at 3.8 ETH. Um, it's owned by, or the number one avatar is owned by, I think it would be Mr. Kurtz. He doesn't have MSTRKURTZ, who he also has an eyes number two. It looked like he minted them straight away when the avatars hit the Reddit shop. Um, Jumped right on it. Hasn't done anything ever on OpenSea, which I think is interesting. So if you can find him, you can chat him up. I'm sure he gets DMs on the daily about buying the malts. But it's number 11 overall in volume. So again, very desirable. Number 6 for a Gen 1 avatar. Um, but I love this avatar. It's one of my favorites. It's probably going to be my next buy once I um, get save up enough Ethereum, decide to buy it when you don't have to tell my wife I'm going to buy it. But this is definitely one on my to buy list very soon. Next, number 5, we have Golden Hands by Bald Tuesdays. I know I said I loved his avatar. Now, this is a Gen 1 avatar, and the uniqueness and way he thought outside the box is mind blowing to me. Um, so, what Bald Tuesday named his Gen 1 collection was cute, cool, and creepy. And this one for sure falls under that creepy category. We have the creepy smile in the background that matches. You have these hands everywhere. You have um I'm trying to think of like the Adams family hand crawling around. So this was 100 mints at 100 bucks. The highest sale was number 62 at 6.2 ETH. Um, Again, no number one on the blockchain, but this background is so freaking cool to me. I absolutely love the background. I love the hand right here that can grab the face, especially if you have different avatars. Some come out and just the grabbing is amazing. You have mashing even with this golden mantle, super cool. So you can put stuff on the mantle. You have the floating hands, which everything about this avatar I think is probably the most artistic Gen 1 avatar, or most unique Gen 1 avatar we have. I mean, this pushed the boundaries in every way um, for Gen 1 with fantastic art. So, both great art, great creativity, um, and I think it deserves this number 5 rank. Plus, it has a golden trait, so who doesn't love nice gold features on their NFTs and avatars? Now, to number 4, we have Cosmic Abyss by Rojum. This was his Gen 2 premier avatar, and it was actually sold for $100, not $200. I made a typo there. Right now, the floor is zero point 0.3, so actually very similarly priced to the malt. Last 5 sales a little bit higher. Huge total volume. It's number 4 in Gen 2 volume, number 9 overall. The number 1 mint has not sold. It is owned by iBattle Monsters. The highest sale was 5 Ethereum for the number 4 mint. Um, Again, super, super unique. Goes with his space theme that came out, the sun and the moon and cosmic abyss. You really can see the black hole. I think it's a black hole, but it also kind of looks like Saturn. You have the rings. Um, this background is spectacular. All the finer point details that are thrown in here are really, really cool. Um, so awesome work by Rojum coming out in Gen 2 and just delivering another banger avatar. Um, super, super cool. Now, I know I'm going to irritate people, but we have a three-way tie for first. So I had to separate because no one likes a three-way tie for first. So coming in at what I'm going to call rank 1C, uh, the gold hold avatar. That is in the Pneumatic Traders collection, which was to people who contributed to Wall Street Bets and had high Wall Street Bets karma when it came out. Now, what makes this avatar so special is the gold hold bucket hat. That is it. So, the Wall Street Bets Pneumatic Traders collection was a free drop. So, everyone got it for free that contributed. The first 23 mints had this gold hold feature, it had the gold printer, and it had the golden rocket. And then there were a few differences in the avatars that followed with the call it the memes, the different things, but you have this gold hold. This avatar right here specifically is a gold hedge. Now there were 23 gold hold minted. 7 were gold hedge, 5 were regular hedge, so that was green. I'm reading off to the side because I can't memorize this. You have 3 chart candles, which was an avatar that looked like the red and green, kind of what you see in this background here. 2 buff bears, 1 radioactive, 1 moonshot, 1 hedge fund wolf, 1 bronze bull, 1 bronze buff bear, and 1 burger boy. Um, these, I'll be honest, the art isn't that great. Background, I mean, for trading is good. Definitely on theme with Wall Street Bets. You have, um, I'm assuming that's a bear. That's a pretty crappy bear. That has to be the bull. Um, Diamond hands. You have the chart candles. You have line go up. You have all of that stuff. The community behind it is great. It's also super unique to have this gold hold bucket. That is what everyone desires. So the highest sale was number 2 for 5 ETH, and that happened on chain. Off chain, there was a lot of drama around this one, but the lead moderator of the Wall Street Bet sub was given the number 1 gold hold avatar, super desirable. He sold it over the counter to MVIA um, for 10 Ethereum, and then MVIA also sent him his number 22 gold hold. So he basically got 10 Ethereum and the number 22, and then Nvidia got this one. So I think the number 22 sold later for 4.5 ETH. So the highest sale you could say was 14, 15 Ethereum, somewhere in that ballpark. Um, Everyone loves this one. This is, I would say, as far as price goes, will be the most expensive. The floor right now, you can see 7.5 Ethereum, last 5 sales, 2.74 ETH. Low total volume, but when you consider that there were 23 mints, this is super high um, for what's happening. Now, rank 1B, second most impressive avatar, we have the Midas Touch by, I'm going to say Poi, which is a super funny name. This was the avatar that started the craze. Um, It obviously with gold right now the floor is 1.25 ETH. Last 5 sales around 1 ETH. Total volume blows every other avatar out of the water. 787 ETH. The number 2 avatar is around 500 ETH. So this has almost 50, a little over 50% of the next highest avatar. It almost has the most volume of number 2 and number 3 combined. There were 114 mints for at $100. Highest sale um, was Sam Z Fury, who bought the number 1 Midas Touch for 18 Ethereum. Now you can look at the art, look at the background. You have the golden bars here, which when we go, you can have the gold hold there, you can have the gold there. Golden background, super, super clean. Love the highlights. The shiny gold just I know that the art on this one is controversial. Some people love it, some people hate it. I think I am someone who is a minimalist at heart. I love the simplicity. I love the golden crown. I think it's a super nice touch. Not a super unique avatar. I just think the gold coloring is spectacular. Um, and obviously, if you have the Midas touch, you are going to stand out in comments because everyone who knows about RCAs knows that this is the avatar. And obviously, at the price, super exclusive. So, again, this is one of the premier avatars. A lot more liquid than we have the gold hold. I gave away number 1, but I'm sure everyone knew what the number 1 avatar was. It's the Hands by Rojum. This this avatar. Sorry for cutting the Midas touch short, but I'm just too excited to talk about this one. The Hands is so special. It is, I think, the best avatar we have, obviously by the rank 1A. Um, the art super cool, but really it's so unique. I love the hand, the circle of hands up top, hands down here. These look like fingers poking through. I don't think they actually are supposed to be. I think it's, I mean, they are and they aren't, which I love the double artwork there. It's the creepy Rojum background. Um, the floor of this avatar is 2.4 ETH. Last 5 sales selling basically at the floor, so it's not like people are listing it too high at 2.22 ETH. Total volume we have 350. The number 1 sale was 30 Ethereum. It was bought by JW Poppy, who he bought it from Rojum, so Rojum made an absolute killing on his artwork, and he absolutely deserves it. Um, so this is the number 1 avatar that we have um, out there. It is so hard to come by. If you see that you can scoop it up for a deal, you have to get it. This is, I mean, you have the circle of hands. That's how you stand out in comments. Um, so absolutely love this avatar. And now for the exciting part, the giveaway. Who got the closest to my top 10 predictions? Well, we have Ships and MartynDr for winning the top 10 predictions, or MartynDr. I don't know how he pronounces his name, but it looks like MartynDr. So here you can see our actual list of top 10. Ships was actually super creative because he gave the ties. He clearly watches the videos. He commented on all of them. Um, but I had to give it the order that he gave them in. So both Ships and MartynDr got number 1 and number 2, the Hands and Midas, right in line with me. They both actually, funnily enough, they had the same top 5 avatars, um, which is quite interesting, and then their top tens differed a little bit. Um, they both had super strong lists. I think what MartynDr missed out on was Rainbow Faustling. He would have won if he watched the last video and saw it was number 11. He probably could have put a different one in there, but both of them had 8 out of the 10 top 10 avatars. Ships had the Imprisoned and Origin wrong, and then Rainbow Faustling and Mirren. And both of those, well, the Origin didn't make my honorable mention, but it probably could. Um, but that's the same as the Imprisoned, same artist. I should have added it, but that's water under the bridge right now. But we've really had great contests. So what I decided to do, I was only going to have one winner, and we have two, so I just doubled the prize. So what they won is I was allocated 0.05 ETH, and they were going to buy one avatar, and they would get the remainder as Ethereum. So Ships picked Muse, and that floor was 0.021 ETH. It actually jumped up to like 0.4 after the or 0.04 after the buy. So he got Muse at 0.029 by Jessica Hansen. And then Dr. Martin picked the Imprisoned, which was 0.04, and he got 0.01 ETH. So that is the videos. I had so much fun doing these. I will definitely continue other series. So stay tuned for more videos. But because I had so much fun, the next series is going to be the top 10 slept on avatars by generation, and I'm only going to be evaluating them by art. So doesn't matter their price, doesn't matter their mint, doesn't matter how involved the artist is. This is pure art. What is high quality art? What is beautiful? Don't care how it matches. I'm looking strictly at one-on-one avatar. I will start with Gen 1 and work my way through Gen 1 through Gen 4. So those videos will be coming out next week. But like and subscribe. Don't miss the future videos. As always, keep smiling, and I'll see you guys next week.